Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts, especially the mini guys. As you can see, there's a mirror inside. We're just going to show you, we're going to do part 1 and part 2 for the head cloth because I still haven't worked out how to use the iMovie thing. As you can see, the doors are fitted and they look really nice. He's done a beautiful job on that. They look absolutely superb all the way around. The seals are in. And just quickly on the seals, you can see these are the new style seals, and we weren't sure. I can remember them being done in the middle, and make sure you get them as tight as you can because they will stretch, or knock them in with a rubber mallet. Make sure they're really tight or you'll end up with a gap here. But these are the new type of seals where there's holes here and here. They look a bit unsightly, which I didn't like, but Max says the reason they've done it is to allow water to come in here and drain out. Because all these ones have air holes in them to allow, you can see that one there, they're allowed to allow the not to be put air inside them if you like, but that's what they're for rainwater. Anyway, so we're going to show you what we've come up with. So this material here is sticky back, you can see here, it's quite sticky. So we're going to show you how we're doing the headliner. So this is part 1, like I said. Now this stuff is for roofs. It's when, if you see there, it's what they do is when you've got the roof put on a house, they put an umbilical on, like a plastic umbilical, and then they use this tape to tape over the sheets, and you can see it there. And I suppose with it being glued, it goes waterproof and so on. So this is the material we're using. Normally there's like horsehair matting in here, or foam or whatever, and it's quite thick, but the problem with it's all the same size. So if you look now, if Amir pulls this one down, you can see it just takes it down like this. So it's actually they're done. So it's red. If I remember, there's the actual. We made a thing of it. So it's red, white, black, blue, yellow. Might not be the same in your car. So they're all color coded. So as he lifts that into position, you can see that when that's central, the whole bar, I'll try and get it out there, so the whole bar is actually attached, is actually, there's no gap in here, so it's not just sprung in the middle, it's sprung all the way around. That's the great thing about this stuff, is you can put more pieces on to fit exactly where you need it, the shape. Okay, so he's going to take the black one out. So you see there, and then try not to pull, try to get them to a point, there you go, see how he's pulled it to the back there, rather than the front. Where the space is better, don't pull on it, the aluminium is very light. So, now he'll show you how he does it. So what he does, he gets that in line, and then gets underneath it. Hang on, I'll just can I just take a bit more slack out? Right, and then I'll hold it for him until he gets that where he wants it, in line with the other hole. And then he'll cut it and then tuck it down the back. Right. It's very, very sticky, this stuff. So now what he'll do is he'll just line this up. You can see that that's not squared. No? It needs to come out. It needs to come out on that side. It's not. Alright, so he'll put, what he's going to do now, we'll put another piece on and square it up this time so it has something to stick to.
Sticky.
So he can get this a bit more square this time. It's a bit harder towards the back. In the front you've got the door openings and you can move around a bit, but it's quite, see how now he's come more this side. Hang on, hard to do this with him. And he'll line that up. So the holes are lined up.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
This stuff is very, very sticky. So he'll get that now, so it's all. And then now we've got that straight, we can just follow that line each time. Unfortunately, it's very sticky, this stuff, and the scissors, well, it's not, unfortunately, it's good that it's sticky. Otherwise it wouldn't stay on the car. Hang on. So now he'll put another one and then he'll follow that line. And then what we do is once we've got a few layers on, we'll now stick this back in, the aluminium stay, the coloured stay, and see where the gapping is on it and see where it needs to be. It's very easy to bend these things when you're taking them out of the old headliner. And the reason we're doing 2 videos is for obvious reasons. I've got to do it in a clean area, so I have to do it in a bedroom. So I'll feed these in after all this is put in place and we're happy. So there you go. Then we're happy where it's going to go. So you can see that's the piece in. So now what he'll do is he'll try it, and we can see how it looks. So that's how your headcloth would be on it, and you can see there. You can see there that the top is nice, but there's a little gap around the side there. So we'll put one more in there, and then what you can do with this stuff, the nice thing about it is you could cut this into a smaller strip and then just fill that angle, but the chances are we won't have to. So you'll take it down, we'll stick another one in. But like you see how he's been extremely careful with that. That aluminium is so easy to bend, and you know, you could snap it, so you have to be very, very cautious about the spring in it. So again, you'll put another one in. Sorry we have to do this in 2, but as I say, I haven't got any, I don't know how to edit properly, and I will learn this iMovie, so I can start editing them and maybe even doing that, what do they call it, that, oh, what do they call it when they do it in quick motion, or speeded up or whatever. Then we can show you a few more things, because as I say, I don't even know how to put a comment in at the moment. So there you go. So you can see now that's starting to build up those layers. So now we pop it back in again. I mean, obviously the more care, like anything, the more care you take at this stage, the better the line is going to look. Now you can see that's got a nice, you have to take in, you can see there it's got a nice fit against it, but you also need to take into account the headcloth, the thickness of the headcloth. But you can see that's really nice, got a nice catch all the way over. Yeah, so that's good. So basically all you do is go down them all like that, work out roughly what you need, and this is the great advantage with this stuff, as opposed to using a piece of the foam. You might be able to see up there, like there, that's the original stuff that was glued on, and we just had to scrape at it. But to me this makes sense. We'll soon find out when we put the headliner in and see how well it looks. Now, just to pre-warn you, this headliner I got with the car, and I've had the car about three and a bit years, so it's been lying in this plastic bag for 3 years at least, if not 4. I don't know how long the guy had it before that, so it could be a good 4 or 5 years. So if we can get this tight, yeah, if we can get this as tight as we think we can, and it's been in a box for a plastic bag for 4 or 5 years, folded up, then I think you can do it with anyone, especially if you get a newer one. I've had it laid out for a day or so, but not stretched, just laying out flat, so it will help us a little bit with the creases. So we're going to continue with this now. We're going to put these in, and then what we'll do then is then take them back up to the bedroom, or to the bedroom, and then I'll reinsert them, and make sure that we reinsert them the way we put them in. So we'll put all the ends together, and I'll reinsert them the same way. And with the headcloth, all you need to do is measure between each one of these on the headcloth itself to know where the front and the back is. Obviously the front is going to have holes in it for the rear view mirror here, but for the new one you need to make sure that you've got the front and the back, because the back is quite a bit further away than the front is, so you need to make sure there is enough overlap to do it. Then what we'll do is take these seals down, peg it all in place, let it stretch out for a day or 2, and then once we've got the stretches out of it, then we'll glue it. We'll take these tops down. It's a bit tight at the moment, but we'll take there we go, because it's brand new paint on it. But what we'll do is just literally take this down like this. It's alright, we'll leave it, and then we'll glue them into here, and then obviously this seal's holding it in place. But